simple exercise with such a blessing that we can sit with a cup of coffee and experience the oneness and manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. Such a beautiful space Bhagavan has created, and all these are documented in Avatar. How science is supporting us and how we can experience all this greater science as our reality. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana. Shastra Pramana for the power of length dimension is from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sariropatihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifest at once the length, breadth, depth, time and space. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, the aiming and fixing the self on Shakti. Beautifully, once Ramakrishna Paramahamsa met Totapari, his guru. Totapari wanted him to start experiencing the greater reality. Totapuri said, now you have to drop your Kali and come here. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa said, he will go and ask the mother permission and come. And beautifully mother says, I myself have come down as your guru. Go and listen to your guru. And simply Ramakrishna Paramahamsa goes to Totapuri and asks him what should he do. And Totapuri said, focus on your third eye. And Ramakrishna Paramahamsa focused and said, mother is coming again and again in my third eye. Totapuri said, drop the mother and completely surrender whatever you have and hold only your the space between your eyebrows. And simply in few minutes, when he decided that has come as a guru, I should listen. When the Totapari, my guru, says drop Kali, I should drop it. And simply he drops the whole, whatever he used to hold that. When the guru says, even dropping that was such a beautiful, he experienced in few seconds the ultimate bliss, the ultimate conscious sovereignty as his reality. The fifth power that Bhagavan is giving in few seconds. Again, he sees him in deep Samadhi and there is no movement. Again, he goes and comes back. Clear that we can receive from the Guru. By aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, Bhagavan again and again says Paramashiva is real, and what we can experience in ourself, a microcosm, is consciousness. Holding that as our cognition, experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva, Paramashiva as my reality, as myself, as manifesting, and that which is cognized of that which is cognized is and willed, manifest as one. Once the length, breadth, depth, time and space, all the dimension breaks open and manifest as reality. Bhagavan gives the greater science how we can experience the higher reality through all of us. Bhagavan himself manifests as reality when we surrender everything, all the label that we carry at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Here, beautifully Vedavyasa experienced the oneness with Lord Brahma when he initiated him into the science of experiencing all the knowledge that exists in few seconds, all the miseries, all the solutions, all the worries, all that is there, he experienced and download in few seconds. And that became a beautiful Mahabharata that he wrote the greatest epic. And he asked Lord Brahma, it's just downloading, pouring in me. And who will have the context to write the whole Mahabharata? And Brahma assigns the beautiful task to Sri Ganesha. And Ganesha himself sits and writes down all that greatest science and all that greatest epic that was downloaded by Vedavyasa. All this greatest science is downloaded in us as reality. We are Sarvanyatva, we are all powerful, and we are consciousness. Paramashiva is real and manifesting every moment in us, not getting carried away by the delusions that we are going through continuously in the fear and greed. That is only the gravitational force and the electromagnetic force based on the fear and greed, raising to the higher context that Paramashiva is real, holding that as the highest reality and reflecting that consciousness into the superconsciousness into us is the ultimate oneness that we can experience and manifest all these greater signs. Bhagavan has given us the ultimate reality. Bhagavan beautifully speaks in the Atma Pramana of this greater signs for us to manifest the greater dimensions.
I welcome all the devotees, disciples, Samajis, Satsangis, Srimahans, Mahans, Tanidar Kotari. Long list, so I welcome all of you with my love and respects. To the third eye of Sadashiva, from the 5 phases, Satyojata, Vamadeva, Agora, Tatpurusha, Ishana, from 5 phases, third eyes, the energy is gathered. And the 6th space, not phase, space, Adomuga, means the unborn space, Avyakta. It's also called Ajomuga and Adomuga, both. Which is not shown, which is not born. Ajo means which is not born, Ado means which is not shown. The 6th space of Sadashiva, Avyakta, which is Ajo and Ado, which is neither shown nor born. From that space, the 6th spark happened and Adi Shakti held the whole thing together. The bio-memory of Adi Shakti, bio-energy of Sadashiva, it was too powerful to hold it together till the baby is delivered. So Ganga came to help. She acted as a spiritual incubator, adding muscle memory to this Garbha. So the bioenergy of Sadashiva, biomemory of Adi Shakti, and muscle memory of Ganga put together, completion of Sadashiva is Subramanya.
Let's go to the...
Beautifully, Bhagavan said how Sadashiva Parashakti manifested the greater reality as Muruga, as Subramanya, the ultimate science, an ultimate offering that Muruga came into the existence, blessing all of us. Here, the devotees of the participants of the Nithyananda Yogam experience the greater reality, just like how Subramanya was manifested. Same way, these Balasans are manifested in the courtyard as the ultimate reality that really the Ananda Yogam students, the participants, had such a breakthrough watching them literally demonstrate all these greater powers just like that as reality. Whether it was Mensa question, whether it was Sat question or Cat question, anything which they have never heard of, they simply opened and just gave the answer more than they could Google and find out. They were simply able to just download as consciousness, as conscious sovereignty in the courtyard. Now, just watching these capsules, you can mirror those neurons into yourself when you are in the receiving space of oneness. When Krishna told Arjuna, when you see the blue crow, simply Arjuna saw it in physical reality as the blue crow. When Bhagavan gives us the initiation, when you're able to perceive that in your brain, that is the highest gift of the initiation manifesting as your reality. Here, watching the demonstration simply mirrors all the higher neurons, the cognition, into your brain, making you understand that you are consciousness, Paramashiva. You are vibrating as frequency in a higher order, not just the matter, the body that you think, but also the consciousness. Paramashiva is real.
I graduated from college about a year ago, and the last few days when we were doing the Shaktinipada with the Balasans and seeing them manifest these powers, what Shaktinipada was feeling is literally the logic is like a poor man's way of functioning. And how Swamiji, how this place is literally the source of everything. Actually, yesterday and the day before, how casually we were manifesting the powers. Like literally, if it was in the outside world, we'll be like, we didn't even feel that it was such a big thing. But only today when we're walking here and talking about it, we're like, oh my God, literally the whole knowledge, they are just getting it and like nothing. So literally for anyone, like if you want to get like 10 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever names you want, I think you should just come to the ashram, just think which ones you want and stay here for a few months and just come back and go and pass all those tests and go back with 10 degrees, 20 degrees. So that was what the feeling was, Shakti was feeling.
Beautifully, she said, the certificates in the outer world can be just experienced when you start understanding how you can manifest yourself as quantum, limiting yourself to the matter, who you are as only the body or only the mind is only limiting cognition. But if you want to live as free will, as auspiciousness, abundance, and sarvanyatva, self-effulgent, ultimate space of oneness, Paramashiva has initiated all of us into that space. All that we need to do is align ourselves to the higher reality. And in Avatar Shastra, clearly it says how the quantum can manifest and how you can store much more than the library in New York, how you can just download anything you want from your inner space and simply manifest as reality. All that we need to do is surrender our labels that we carry, the identities, the impressions, the thoughts, the knowledge, everything that we are carrying is a load on us, which we call as mind. When you drop everything to Paramashiva's lotus feet and simply only reside as Paramashiva is real, more and more you hold that you are Paramashiva, Paramashiva is real, you're also the body and you are in the body just to celebrate Paramashiva as reality. If you hold this powerful cognition constantly, you will simply see that cosmos is a feedback and gives you the depth of the cognition, opening up that you are consciousness, you are Parashakti, you are the ultimate. If you have a banyan leaf, or you have Krishtashila, which is the granite slab, or you have a mirror, or you can use the Kavi Vastra that was given, any of them, that is fine. You can apply the Jnananjan, which is in your Kantamala, in your third eye, your temples, and on the leaf. You can see in the leaf anything that is there. Any question you ask will simply download. If you don't have the leaf, just at the Atma Murti of Bhagavan, see, look through the third eye and simply he will download all that you need and much more. These small exercise shows you your sarvanyatva, nothing from the outer world you need to learn. And you are consciousness, you are Paramashiva, you are the reality. You know everything that exists, whatever you want as your reality. When you align, Paramashiva is real. Paramashiva who's making you understand, Paramashiva who's making you experience, Paramashiva who's making the experience, all that exists as Paramashiva. Experience that Paramashiva, simply you will manifest Parashakti as your reality. Bhagavan is giving us this greater science again and again to make us understand that our logical mind, that small little logical mind, can be poked hole in it. All the self-doubt, all the self-denial, self-hatred just oozes out, and simply what remains is Paramashiva is real. All that identity just disappears and we are in the oneness with Paramashiva, in the space of Parashakti, manifesting all that reality. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Collectively, all of us meditating Paramashiva is real simply will give us the breakthrough of manifesting the higher reality. Few minutes, that just put away your gadgets, bring Parashakti to your third eye, sit with 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands with all the Ayuda completely as Parashakti and chanting the Mahavakya continuously and intensely from your navel center, not loudly but intensely from your navel center to raise your frequency. and continuously in the listening, simply you will experience the higher reality. How Agastya simply was able to drink the whole ocean, or Hanuman who was able to fly across the ocean, or carry a mountain or move a mountain, was all possible as their reality. All the Siddhas, all the Nayanamars were able to manifest the greater science is only because they surrendered their identities, the lower identities that we carry, and simply experience Paramashiva, the powerful space, who you are, much more than the nuclear soft power, nuclear hard power, weak power, or strong power. The consciousness is the ultimate frequency, who you are, not just the matter. Bring yourself into the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. How you enter into the deep sleep. When you enter the same deep sleep consciously, you are in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And when you are in the Samadhi, whatever appears, Paramashiva shows. Write down the detail and simply you will get the answers and you can verify at the end of the session. Knowing that Paramashiva is real as the beautiful experience. Sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Continuously entangle with Bhagavan. Surrender yourself. Completely surrender yourself. Let Paramashiva suck you into the space. Just absorb into Paramashiva space. Just the authenticity. Let it happen in us. And continuously chant the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya has the power over you. And it will just absorb you and you will experience the Samadhi. Collectively, all of us holding Paramashiva is real and experiencing the oneness. Hold in the inner space. In your third eye, Paramashiva is real. Para Shakti manifesting in you as auspiciousness and abundance. Chant the Mahavakya intensely with the intense listening to manifest the power of length dimension. Let's start the cycle 1.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva the powers in all. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyanandam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. All our third manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow. Manifest. Om Nithyananda.
That in the Google search for the questions or anything that is downloaded, verify the detail. The kids used to download any languages, any mathematical formulas and theorems and all kinds of things. And just like that, they don't even know what the pi is, but they just write down and ask. All the great signs again and again tell us that Paramashiva is real. And Bhagavan says, you are not required for your life. Our thinking, our planning, our knowledge is where we can simply manifest the higher reality. When Vivekananda was given the books, he just took volumes and read it in few days and gave it back. So they were very curious and they started making fun in the library. Did you sleep on it or did you read it? And simply he said, whichever page you ask, I can just narrate it. And simply to the surprise, whatever they questioned for hours and hours and hours, he was simply able to download the answers. When once Bhagavan was asked, how do you just imbibe the book in few seconds? He said, I humbly surrender to the author and the author reveals the whole context to me. The greatest science how all this can happen in us as reality is possible that when we surrender all that we know as our identity, our ego, our knowledge, our impression, our confusion, our incompletions, everything at Bhagavan's lotus feet again and again and raise ourselves that Paramashiva is real. Wake up to the reality that you are Paramashiva and right now also you're Paramashiva who's experiencing, understanding, who's thinking what is that. All that is happening is Paramashiva who's manifesting in you as reality. Recognizing that space is what Bhagavan says. And he says recognizing is recognizing ourselves into higher reality, not just deluded into that outer world, materialistic life, but living as consciousness, the ultimate power. Paramashiva is real. We will have one more cycle. You can write few more questions that you would like an answer from Paramashiva as reality. And sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Completely surrender to Paramashiva all that you know as your body, as your thinking, thoughts, everything as Paramashiva is the only reality in you. Hold that powerful space and simply experience the oneness. You don't have to bother whether you're getting the answer or not. Just surrender everything. Whatever appears or doesn't appear doesn't matter, but you know that Paramashiva is real. Whether you're manifesting or not manifesting, Paramashiva is the reality in all of us as consciousness, as our spirit, the reflection of superconsciousness in each one of us. as our reality. When we sit so powerful as Paramashiva, Parashakti, experience the ultimate, we can more and more go into that and you will experience Paramashiva as reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya with a deep listening for few more minutes for the second cycle of length dimension.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes.
Paramashivoham.
Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us.
Paramashivoham, 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Open your eyes, and whatever is revealed, please go ahead and verify in the Google and share all this in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. All this greater reality that Bhagavan is showing again and again as our reality, as Paramashiva is real in each one of us, is the highest gift, prasada, out of 84 million species and 8 billion people. We are few hundreds experience this oneness and manifesting powers as simple obedience. And sharing that to the world and telling the world becomes collective integrity, taking responsibility for others, manifesting all these greater truths becomes the highest space of oneness where it gets you grounded to more power manifestation. This is a science Bhagavan has given, and he is told step by step how we can experience the ultimate by manifesting and causing others. Extreme power manifestation is extreme causing others to manifest powers is the ultimate space that you will experience more and more powers in you, and sharing all that you have experienced and telling the world how Paramashiva is real and manifesting through you as Para Shakti, as Devi herself, is the greatest prasada we are all receiving. And thanking Bhagwan, thanking all of you, surrendering all the powerful cognition, power manifestation at his lotus feet to gain more and more deeper signs of the reality. With a deep gratitude, and whatever you want to donate to Kailasha, offer to Kailasha, please go ahead and click the $sign. Everything that you offer to Kailasha is nothing but you are voting Paramashiva as your reality in your Hridaya, as building a Kailasha in your Hridaya. Bhagavan says all that we vote for is what we cherish in our heart, and that if you vote by contributing to Kailasha, to Bhagavan, for all the greatest initiations, signs, blessings, boons, and making us manifest these realities, the ultimate signs, it simply becomes auspiciousness and abundance in your life. And simply whatever you want, you can donate to Kailasha. Thanking all of you being here, manifesting the powers, contributing and sharing with the world with a deep gratitude and earning Paramashiva as my word, thought, action, and seeing everybody as Paramashiva as my reality, holding the powerful cognition and ending the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam Thank you so much.